Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is the second video of my Baking with Brie series, and I will link the first one down below. I'm really excited that you guys had such a positive response to it, and I'm just really excited about the series. So yeah! A lot of you have been requesting pumpkin recipes, so today's recipe is a pumpkin pecan cobbler. Yes, that's what it is. I found the recipe on Pinterest. I will link it down below so you guys can have it. And I'm actually gonna be baking it tonight just because it's like noon right now and I'm not really feeling cobbler for lunch. Sometimes I do actually, not today. I'm gonna insert the baking footage right here for you guys and then we'll get into today's topic. So enjoy.
It just feels nice.
But today's topic is how to be confident. I've had quite a few requests for a video on this topic. I don't know if it's because people think I'm super confident or sure of myself, which I'm definitely not all the time, but it is a good topic to cover. So first off, everyone goes through times where they're not confident in themselves or they're insecure or they have self-doubt. That is like everybody in the planet, even J-Lo or Queen Bee or whoever you see, everybody lacks confidence. It's not just you, so don't think that. I think definitely when you are growing up as like a little kid, you're super innocent and like you're just so free and happy and you're like, this is just like awesome. Like when you're 5, you're just having the best time ever. But as you grow older, you start becoming a little bit more self-aware. People will start telling you things like,
you know, your laugh is really weird, or that shirt is heinous, or you and your personality sucks. Like
whatever it is, that's just what happens as you grow up, and it sucks that you can't be the same little 5-year-old free kid that thought they were bomb. I think it's honestly just getting worse. Like I fear for my children because of social media and all these different like crazy things that I see online. This is just easy for people to comment from behind a screen and tear someone down. So it makes me very fearful for my children because I already had a hard time growing up being very shy and very insecure, and none of that existed. So now that it does, it's terrifying. But like I mentioned, when I was younger, like elementary school, middle school, I was very insecure and I was extremely shy. I just didn't have an easy time making friends in terms of like being confident and being like, hey, be my friend, hey, want to come over, hey, want to sit with me at lunch. Like it was never like that. I was just very quiet. I didn't go out for like any sports teams. I didn't join any clubs. I just was very, I don't know, I don't want to say antisocial. I was just really scared and intimidated by a lot of things. And I think my parents realized that. They asked me if I wanted to go to a different school that was much smaller with like maybe a new crowd of people. I did decide that it would be better maybe for a fresh start. And I remember my first day at that school, and I was just like, I want to change. I don't want to be this person who doesn't, you know, show who they are or doesn't know who they are because they've never really, you know, explored that because they're too like shy to really interact or go for anything that they wanted, if that makes sense. So I wanted high school to be different. And I remember my first day of school, I was like, you know what, even if you're not confident and even as terrified as you are right now, you have to fake it. You have to fake that you're confident, and you have to fake that you are really, really cool and that people should want to know you. And that is what I did. I faked it until it no longer was faking. It was more so practicing confidence every day. And I had the best time in high school. I made so many friends. I was on every sports team that school had to offer. I was in most of the clubs, and I was just so excited about it. I was just so excited about the person that I was learning to be and the things that I was learning that I loved. I learned that I loved writing by joining the creative writing like club or class or whatever it was. And it was what fueled me to go into college and go for writing. It's because I stepped out of my comfort zone and faked it and practiced confidence that I was able to learn so much about myself. When I graduated high school, I did go to Arizona State, so much larger school, like by thousands, you know. It was such a different atmosphere, and it was like my first time not living at home. I was living in the dorms, and I remember my first like week or two there, I was kind of reverting back to my old like kind of reclusive, insecure ways, and I would just stay in my dorm room and not really get out and meet friends. And I just hit a point where I was like, I remember I was like eating a sandwich on the floor, watching TV on like a Friday night while everyone was like, I could hear everyone in the hallways having fun. And I was like, I'm not gonna be this girl again. So I decided to get out. I remember I went out to like the SRC field, I think, and there were like different events like social events where people were meeting because we were all freshmen. I went out and I made friends, and college turned out to be really, really, really fun. And yeah, it was another moment where I had to fake the confidence, and then it became a practiced thing. I think there's a difference between faking it and actually practicing it, but sometimes you have to start out with like, yeah, I'm really cool, like you should know me, like that faking it mentality, and then it will soon become something that you're practicing, you know, and it's something that you really are cool and people should want to know you. And I know that's hard for people. I know that there is definitely like an anxiety in meeting new people and being in new places. It's very scary, and you can be very reclusive and very self-aware of like all of your little flaws. Like, you know, whether you spilled something on your shirt, you're like, oh, someone's gonna notice. Or, you know, whether you think you have something in your teeth, or what if people don't like my voice, or what if people don't like the things that I have to say, or what if people don't think I'm funny. You know, there's all these different doubts that run through our minds, especially in new situations and meeting new people. And that's normal. But sometimes you really do just have to go for it, and so many good things will come from it. And I wish I had better advice than to just go for it, because it's still terrifying. I think confidence comes in so many different shapes and forms, you know, how you look, how you interact with others, how you are in your relationships, who you are as a person, how you are at your job, how you are in school. You know, there's so many different facets to confidence. And I think it's very important to focus on the different things that you feel good about. Like, I like my lips.
I don't know what I'm thinking.
You know, like I like my handwriting. I like how fast I can run. I like how thoughtful I am in my relationships. You know, whatever it is, there's definitely things you like about yourself. Even if they're hard to find sometimes, you need to really look deep down and be like, you know, I really do feel good about that. And those are things you need to celebrate. And if there's something you're good at, those are things that you should do when you're having an off day or you're feeling bad about yourself. If you're really good at drawing, then draw. If you're really good at lifting weights, then go lift weights. Or if you're really good at singing, then sing. Find those things that you know that you're good at and you're confident in, and practice those and celebrate them, and it's gonna make you feel so much better on those off days. I think it's also really good to have friends who also have that confidence. I'm not saying all of your friends have to be like super confident, but it's nice to have those people who really just seem like they don't give a crap about what anyone thinks about them. I definitely have friends now and have had friends in the past who just like didn't care what anyone thought about them, like especially in public. They'd be loud or they'd be silly or they'd do something that other people would think is weird or embarrassing, and they just didn't care. And I remember just like admiring them so much because they were so brave in a way to just do whatever silly thing they were doing, and it was just fun to be around them, and it was like inspiring to me to be around those people and to realize, you know what, life is too short to take it too seriously. Life is too short to take yourself too seriously. So having friends who get you out of your comfort zone, get you out of your head, all of that really helps you like grow as a person. It really helps your confidence grow as well, because there is an admiration there. And whether they're faking it or if they're actually really, really confident, you know, either way, it's a good way to inspire you. I know that it's, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, that it's getting increasingly more difficult to feel confident, especially in this day and age with social media and the highlight reels that you see, whether that's on YouTube or Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or whatever. It gets a little bit harder to be confident when you see some girls like so happy and traveling and, you know, getting raises at their jobs, or their eyebrows are on fleek, or they just got these new pair of shoes that everyone's been wanting and they got them, or like, you know, whatever it is. I think it is getting increasingly more hard to feel confident when you are having all of these like comparisons to other people go through your head. And I feel like that's a whole other video that I could get into, is the comparisons. But in those moments, you really have to realize that you as a person are unique. The person that you're seeing is unique and cool, and so are you. Like, everyone is so different and brings a different contribution to the world. It's definitely a headspace you have to practice getting into, or else you're always going to feel insecure or insignificant or lack confidence. You have to really, really practice getting into the mindset of realizing that you are unique and you are special, and there are things about yourself that you love. There are things about yourself that other people love. There's things that you have succeeded at. There are things that you have failed at and learned from. There are just so many things that make up who we are as people that other people don't go through or haven't experienced exactly the same, which makes each and every person so unique. I hope that this video helped in some shape or form. I feel like I just kind of rambled about things. I'm gonna show you guys the finished pumpkin cobbler now. Transition out to pumpkin cobbler now, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Now.
I have like all the cameras up.
You should. We're on our way to the expo.
Got my Skittles. You know, it's on the Fit Expo with the Skittles, you know.